you want to animate, you have to choose what program you want to use. I have 3 different programs that I use, and I'm learning Krita. I've just started to do a little bit with it. There's Synfig Studio, and there's Kdenlive. Kdenlive is mostly known as a video editor. However, it can be used to animate, and we'll do a quick example here where I add a clip. I'll take a clip and we're going to put a little subscribe thing in here. Here's a subscribe ping. Okay, now I've got it up on top. I want to drag it down into my timeline. So there it is into my timeline. I say I want a 20-second animation. We'll put it at 30-second animation. And it fills the full screen right now, so we don't want to do that. We'll transform it. We click it to transform it. We'll reduce it in size. And there's where it starts at, the very first frame. Now I can go to the end frame and say, make that a keyframe. And at the end, I want it to be up here. And that's all it takes to animate that. If I run it backwards, there it is going backwards. If I stop it, I can go back here and run it, and it will move it up on top. And I told it to take 30 seconds to make that journey, so it's taking a bit of time to do it. I can go in between here, add a keyframe, and say, well, I want it to go up here. I don't want it to be bored to death. Watch this thing going in a line. And over here, let's put it down here where it comes back at this point. And up here, let's give another keyframe, and we'll move it up here, and we'll make it big. Okay, now let's back it up. And we run it. It goes in the directions you want it to. It will change size as it goes up on the other one. And it gets bigger and bigger. And there's the animation. That's how you animate or can animate with Kdenlive. You do need to have images because there is nowhere to draw images in Kdenlive. Now we'll go to Synfig Studio. We take Synfig Studio, we import the same image. We'll import the sub, import it, and there it is, big giant. We'll take and choose it. We'll pick it out. And since it's big, we want to shrink it down. That's how you shrink it right there. That'll shrink it down. And again, here's the timeline down below. There's the timeline. There it is in the beginning of the timeline. If we say OK, now this is given in frames. It's not in seconds. It's in frames. We say OK at 46 frames. Let's make a keyframe there. There's a keyframe. At that keyframe, we want this image to be over here. And you can do the same thing. You back it up. Hope I didn't click animation. It's got to be on animation. Animation on. Now we go back to the beginning. There it is in the beginning. We go to there and back. Now if we play the animation, there it goes on its way up. And it's the same thing. You can throw a keyframe in the middle and say, here you go. At this point right here, I want to put a keyframe in there, and at that keyframe I want this to go up here, and I want it to get smaller. So we can back it up to the very beginning and run it. And that's a real quick animation on how you can do animation with Synfig Studio. It's what you call tweening. You put an image at one point, put it at another one, you change the size, you change the direction, and the program automatically does that. It's good to use with images. This one does have, you can draw in here too. There's a draw tool, and you set up your paintbrush and you can draw in here. All your parameters on what color you want it to be, and everything else is all set. Let's see, I think we can do this right here. And it would do the same thing. When you move it the same as you do the other one. You select it and you move it. Now we go to Krita. This is another animal. This is altogether different. There's no twinning from one place to another. You make every frame individual. You still can import images. You open an image up. We'll go back and we'll open up the sub again. Now this opened in an altogether different window. We open it over here. So over here you have to take that image and go, well, first you got to select all, copy it, then you paste it, and there it is pasted. Now here's the first frame. We want this first frame to turn into an image. So we go to the second one and say, well, let's just duplicate what's in that first one. So there we've got it there and we've got it there. Once I go in my first frame, I can choose it and again size it, drag it and drop it. I can go to this frame and it's where it was before. Now if I want to, I could take and get rid of this frame. Let's see if I get rid of it. And I tell it, okay, duplicate the frame before it. Oh, the frame's already there. I can't duplicate it because it's already there. Okay, so it's in that frame and it's in that frame. In this frame I can take it and do the same thing. I can shrink it down. I can move it. I can rotate it. And in the next frame, I can say duplicate it again. And there it is again. I choose it and I move it. And I can change what I want to it. But it's every frame. Now I can go down here and change it and say here's another keyframe I want to duplicate. But it's not going to do anything in between. It will stay the same place and do nothing until it gets to that point right there. So if we back it up and we'll slow it way down, let's watch it. Stays right where it's at till it goes to the third one, and there it is. Now what you can do is in here, say here's a frame. At this point right here, if you want to, you can draw on it. I'll get my pen here. If you want to, you can draw on it. Because this is an altogether different frame. If I back up here, the drawing's not there. It's not there, but there it's in. And if I go away from it, it stays there. It stays with it until it moves location. So this is how you animate with Krita. Krita is a draw program. It's a paint program. A lot of tools, a lot of brushes, a lot of everything. You don't have to import an image at all. What you do is you draw your individual images, or you can import them whatever you want to. It's very interesting because you say, let's say we're at this point right here and I go, let's just do this. And I go to that one right there. And if I want to, I can say, where was that at before? There. And it shows the places that it's going to be, where it's going to be, and what it looked like. And there's the one down below, which is what the drawing is I made. So I could take that drawing here, then go here, go here, and go here. And then if I back it all the way up and do the animation, so you have an idea how the three work. Hey, you have a good day, and happy animating. Find out which one you like best. Play with them all. They're free. They're all free. Hey, if you enjoy this video, like, subscribe, and click on the link above. Thank you.